PMacMovies back for a special holiday presentation of PMacMovies. My videos all are for adult movie collectors. I just want to say that from the outside of my videos. This one included, all my videos are for adult movie collectors. I really wanted to make a video lately, and I said I wasn't going to make one for a few weeks, and I probably won't make another one for a few weeks after this one. I still want to see how things play out after the new year, but I've gotten a lot of stuff lately, and a lot of stuff I've been wanting to show off, and I have a little bit of time here today on Christmas to show off some of the stuff I've gotten. Best Buy's had some pretty sweet deals. I've gotten some stuff from Goodwill, Hamilton Book, Kino, and my man Geriatric Geek Bill. So all that in one video. It's gonna be a huge haul video. It's gonna make it worth it for the weeks that all PMac has been out, which I don't think it's really been that long. 2-3 weeks, I don't know, I can't remember. It's probably gonna be a little bit before we see another video. I really appreciate you guys. I had to delete all my videos and stuff like that. I appreciate you guys, and this is a little Christmas gift to the PMacMovies fans, and kind of to me, because I miss making these videos. Let's start things off with my man Bill, Geriatric Geek, out in Vegas. Real nice guy. He's the man. If you've watched PMacMovies, you've seen the gifts I've been getting from him over, I don't know, couple years or whatever, couple years. Sends me stuff pretty regularly. Well, he actually bought a few things for me this time, like things that I had told him I wanted. He went out to Big Lots and snagged me up a few, and then he sent me some other stuff. Now, the issue is, I grabbed like some of the better stuff that he sent me, but some of it got lost in this disaster, because I actually organized the movie room. Probably going to be getting the shelves built here pretty soon. I got a friend coming in to help me out. He's going to look at the room. We're going to figure out what we need to buy, and then we're going to start working on it. But I got this stuff all organized. The door's open. I got this stuff. The movie room looks a ton better. I got space to... Woo! Holy shit. Into the movies. But before, I couldn't even move this chair around. There's just movies all over the place. I can skate all around in here now. It's great. So I got things cleaned up, but some of the stuff that Bill sent me was lost in the cleanup. So I grabbed some of the better stuff, some of the stuff that I specifically asked him for, one of which, Big Lots is getting this in, and it's one that it has... one of the main characters are lost in it. It's got the girl from, I think, Prison Break and Walking Dead. It is Colony, Season 1. I had never heard of this. And then I don't know how I heard of it. I know I saw Arthur on Instagram pick this up, but I don't know that that's the first time I had heard of it. But it was pretty recent that I heard of it, and I wanted it. Big Lots is getting this in for $5. So, Bill, you the man. He picked that up for me. And then I also saw that he got Dig Season 1, and he went back to get this one for me. So this looks like a cool show too. They're getting these Universal ones in. These are both Universal. Universal TV shows are usually pretty pricey, so to be able to get these for $5 is a beer me. Jason Isaacs from Star Trek and Harry Potter's in this. 8 hours and 40 minutes. It also stars Anne Heche. Dig. On Blu-ray. And this is a Dollar Tree one. I don't know if Bill got this from Dollar Tree, but it was one that I was looking for at Dollar Trees and never found, so I was glad that he sent it to me. It is called Jerusalem. This is I believe it's a horror movie. And it looks like this is actually like the French-Canadian version of it. So this was a pretty cool one to get from Bill. I was happy to see that one in there. Oh, he got me this one. TV show called Yellowstone, starring Kevin Costner. Is this like a Western type TV show? I have actually never seen this, but it's put out by Paramount. It's got Kevin Costner, Wes Bentley, Cole Hauser, Danny Houston. Quite the cast here. So this is a pretty cool one to get too. And then he also asked me if I wanted this, and I'm like, yeah, beer me. These are actually kind of fun popcorn movies. The Divergent series on 4K. I'll be keeping my Blu-rays because this set just has the 4K discs, which is cool. But yeah, I'll be keeping my combo packs too with the Blu-ray DVD combo pack so that I have the 4K and the Blu-ray. So yeah, Bill got me a bunch of others, and I'm going to show them off at some point. But I don't know. They're mixed up in my just stacks and stacks of stuff that I was putting together. I should have taken a picture before I did that, but I was like, when I got those, I was already organizing the room, so I didn't want to pause in my organizing to do that, because once you get out, I'm the type of person that once I get in the groove of something, I can really get a lot done, but it can be tough getting in the groove. So once you're in the groove, you got to stay in the groove. Something really cool recently, and I have never seen this before, was a Best buy two, get one sale. I've never seen them do this before. It was on all 4Ks, Blu-rays, DVDs. Fantastic. PMac already has quite a bit of stuff, and some of their prices aren't the best. However, there was a few deals where like it was already a good deal and you could combine this offer. There was actually a few that you could have done with 4K where it was like a 2 for $20 and a 2 for $30. And there's like some combinations. If you put them in the cart a certain way, you'd be able to get like amazing deals. But I actually didn't know about that until it was over. So I actually didn't get to participate in that part of it. But I still got a lot of stuff. The problem is, these Disney 4Ks, Disney and Marvel 4Ks, were on sale. 4K Steelbooks. PMac's excited. 4K Steelbooks were on sale, and I hoarded up on a bunch of them. And then like 3 days after that is when they had this buy two, get one, and the Steelbooks were still on sale. So I was, people are getting Marvel Steelbooks for like 10 to 13 bucks each. Great deal. So I have a bunch that I have to return because, of course, I bought them again, and then I'm going to return the ones where I didn't get the buy two, get one. But let's take a look at what I got. And then I got some non-Marvel Steelbooks too, but this was a fantastic deal on these Marvel 4K Steelbooks. I'm not a big Steelbook fan because you end up with a lot of... Steelbooks are almost always have some damage, dents and stuff like that, and some of mine do, but they're good enough for the most part. So let's take a look at what I got. I can't remember how much all of them were, but first we got Captain America, the first Avenger. I believe this was marked down to $20, and with the buy two, get one, it was 13 bucks. And this was one of the first Marvel movies, so I would think that the 4K upgrade would be pretty good. Although I'm sure that the Blu-ray is good, but definitely one that I wanted on 4K. I feel like this was a pretty underrated Marvel movie. And then we have what's considered one of the best Marvel ones, Captain America, the Winter Soldier 4K Steelbook. This one was 15 with the buy one get one, or buy two get one. It ended up being 10 bucks. That, sir, is a beer me. Another one of the $20 ones before discounts. One I was really excited to get because this is one of my favorite Marvel movies. It is Doctor Strange here. 4K, Blu-ray, limited edition Steelbook. Although these are limited edition, I think they made way too many copies of these, so I don't think these are things you're going to be able to get and then sell and make money or anything. So these aren't things that I got to sell. These are definitely things that I'm going to be keeping in the old PMac collection. And you can see I put the plastic sleeves. I pretty much just use the plastic sleeves for Steelbooks so that they don't get scratched up and dented up and all that stuff. One of the $15 ones, buy two, get one, brought it down to 10 bucks. Iron Man, the original Marvel movie. I remember seeing this in theater. This started off the whole franchise of Marvel movies, so glad to get that one. Iron Man 2. Same price, $15, buy two, get one. Not as good as the first Iron Man. Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3 to me were pretty weak. Speaking of Iron Man 3, we have Iron Man 3, which this one, for some reason, wasn't available online for quite some time, and then it went available, so this was another one for the buy two, get one, 15 bucks. This is a really cool steelbook. This is one that wasn't at the top of my list to get, but I ended up getting it, and it's actually really nice. It's Moana, and I'm not going to show off the back, but the back's pretty cool. If you like the designs of steelbooks and stuff, this is got a nice design to it. Up here, it's got some where you can kind of like feel the whatever, I forget what that's called, but you can kind of like feel the up here where it's got the grooves and stuff. And this is a real nice one, and then the back is really nice too. I really like this one. The front of it does look simple, but it's actually a really nice steelbook. One of the better ones, I thought, one of the better designs. And then I didn't open this one yet. It is the Lion King, the new Lion King 4K. I didn't open this because this one's got quite a ding there in the corner. So I'm going to see if they can replace this. You can actually kind of see the ding right there. And I think there was more. That wasn't the only ding on this one. I think there was some stuff on the back too, but we're not going to worry too much about that right now. Let's get these out of the way. We'll move those to the floor for now, but they're not going to stay there. I got a whole bunch more steelbooks, among other things. Be patient. I got Thor here. Thor, The Dark World on 4K. I actually have the 3D release of this, and what I did was, I am going to open this one up. I had just watched this movie, actually, which I enjoyed it more the second time. I put the 3D disc in there on top of the Blu-ray, so I got the 4K 3D Blu-ray combo pack. So 3 discs in there. And I did enjoy that movie more the second time. I think with these Marvel movies, for me, there's so much going on that it's hard to totally follow with the fast pace watching it the first time. So I tend to actually like them more the second go-around. I know I did with the first Thor also. I was piling up my steelbooks and I threw over, this wasn't one that was on sale, but I just wanted to show off Justice League. This was a $10 one a few months back, and I grabbed it, which I actually like the Justice League movie. Thor 2 was $15. Ant-Man was another one of the $20 ones, and we did get a ding on the back, but I already got so many returns, I'm not really going to mess around with sending this back. It's in good condition overall. One of my favorite Marvel movies, I really like how this one combines the humor with, the humor works in this movie. I feel like the humor in this works more than Thor 3, which I know Thor 3 was a movie that people really liked, but it was such a departure from the first 2 Thors, which tended to be more serious and darker and things like that. And then Thor 3 was more like Guardians of the Galaxy, like brighter and more humor, which I actually watched that again too after Thor 2, and I enjoyed it. I just felt like the humor in the first Ant-Man movie worked, and I didn't actually like the second Ant-Man, but again, it's one that I need to revisit. Let's take a look at Big Hero 6 here. This is another one of the $20 ones, so $13 after the buy two, get one. Really glad to get this because my Blu-ray of this was like a used, scratched up copy. So really glad to get a mint copy of this, and the steelbook looked like it was in great shape also. Whenever you get these in mail, you hold your fingers. And so this is a movie that I've seen most of, but I haven't seen the whole thing all the way through, so I'll be able to watch that on 4K. Another movie that I did not have, one of the only of these steelbooks that I didn't have, Toy Story 4. This was another one of the $15 ones, so this was a really good deal with the buy two, get one, especially considering that this is a pretty new movie. So to be able to get the 4K steelbook for $10, bargain. That was a one-day only thing too, by the way, so that buy two, get one isn't going on still. It was like Best Buy was doing like a daily deals. You got to keep on it. You got to keep on the deals or you miss out. I got the original Thor, of course. I really enjoy the original Thor. I've watched this probably 2 or 3 times. I haven't watched the 4K since I got it, but I did really enjoy this one. So I got the 4K steelbook. This one was $10 before the deal, so this was a really good deal, and it is Cars on 4K. The one that I got, however, has a nice ding on the side. Where is it? I can't even tell now, but I'm pretty sure. Maybe Yeah, it's got a ding, but I can't really see it through the plastic. This one, not in great shape, but it's not really that big of a deal for the price I got it for. I probably won't even have it replaced, but Cars, the artwork on this one is pretty minimal, I felt like. Also, the other Toy Stories. There was a bunch I didn't get. I just didn't feel the need to get. I was already spending enough. Captain Marvel, I was happy to get Captain Marvel, a movie that I watched recently and actually really enjoyed this one. I thought it was really fun, and I was excited to be able to get the 4K steelbook of this for only $10 after the deal. It was $15 and then buy two, get one. Captain Marvel. I enjoyed that movie. I liked it. I had fun with it. And then Guardians of the Galaxy, one of the best Marvel movies out there. This is a fun one, and again, glad to get the 4K of this. I do have the 3D edition, so I'll probably take the 3D disc out and throw it in here. Just throw it like horseshoes into this. But one of my favorite Marvel movies also. Is that all of them? I feel like there should be more. I feel like there should be more steelbooks. If there are more, I'll show them off some other time, but I think that is all the ones that I got. But I did get more buy two, get ones. Stuff, what you want to do with these is, I know a lot of people are getting new releases, like getting the pre-orders, buy two, get one. I don't do that because they're so overpriced, even the buy two, get one, not that great of a deal. I got a bunch of things that were, on sale, plus the buy two, get one. So here's some of the other stuff I got. At the $10 price point, $11 price point, I got the new DC Wonder Woman movie. This is one that I wanted, and it was marked down to $10, which is a good deal. But on Black Friday, you can always get these for $6 to $8 for the newer ones. The little bit older ones go down to $4. So I was getting this for a little bit over $6 with this deal. That was a beer me. I got the Slippy. It's not in great condition, but it's good enough. Glad to get this as part of the buy two, get one. And then with that one, it was kind of limited, the selection, but I didn't have either of these Mamma Mia movies, and I figured for less than it was about $7 or whatever, maybe a little bit less, with the code. I thought it was going to be a code for both movies. It was going to be pretty much free. However, it only has the code for the second movie, which is kind of deceiving because it says Blu-ray plus digital. Also includes theatrical versions, and then on the back it says digital movies included. It doesn't say digital movie included. It says digital movies. Digital movie code. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but and I'm not too broken up about it. But I got those two. We're not real excited to get those, but Charmaine might like them. Other ones that I'm trying to figure out what else I got from this sale. I got this one. This one before the buy two get one was $7 or $8 maybe? I can't remember. $9. I think I might have gotten a 9 and then a couple 8s. I got First Man here with Ryan Gosling. And what's her face is in this? I like her, that Claire Foy. I've seen a couple things with her in it. She's pretty good. And what else did I get with that? That is the question. I can't remember. Oh, I got these two, I think, are the ones that I got with that at the $8 price point. I got Action Point, which $8 was a decent price for this, and then it brought it down to, I think, 5 something, like around 6, with a code that redeems twice. I know the movie isn't supposed to be very good. And then this is one that I've been after for a while for a good price. And to get it for like less than $6, Afterlife, that was a good enough deal for me. So this was one of the triples I got, buy two, get one. These three right there. So that was a pretty good little bargain there. Then I got one of them for $15 and then 2 13s. And the 2 13s that I got were a couple more that I thought were decent prices, not cheap enough for me to go ahead and snag them. But with the buy two, get one, it made it less. I think they're about $9 each. I got the Nutcracker and the Four Realms, which I have seen and enjoyed. I did not own it yet, though. So I got Morgan Freeman's in that. I don't even remember. glad to get this one, though. I like these, fantasy movies. This was a pretty lowly regarded Disney one, but I still, I enjoyed it enough to snag it up. And then I got Ravenous. Ravenous, which is a Scream Factory. A few months ago, a bunch of these Scream Factories kind of went down in price on Best Buy. This one was $13, which was, a decent price, but still not low enough for me to be able to get it. But once it went below 10 with the buy two, get one, it was a beer me. You gotta look for the deals, combining the deals. Combining. What else do we got in here? These, yes, these are ones that I got with that deal. So these are more buy two, get one. Cherry Falls. This was $15, so with the deal it went down to 10. Another Scream Factory that I had my eye on, just a little bit too much for me. But with that deal, I beered myself. Cherry Falls for $10. Then also for $10, I got the Sentinel. This is another one that I had my eyes on. But 15, bit too much. 10, will do it. Same thing for this one. The Legacy here. Another Scream Factory. This one starring Sam Elliott. Read mixed things about most of these, but they sounded good enough for me to go ahead and snag them. And then this was probably the one at the top of the list on these, because this is a George Romero movie, and I try to get all his, and it's I believe it's a Stephen King one too. It is The Dark Half. Now this got a UK release recently, but I read that the UK release, I believe the transfer's the same as what I read, and special features, I don't know, but I was going to be able to get this one for cheaper at $10, and that was good enough. I don't need like a ton of special features and stuff if the transfer's the same, and I think the special features are probably pretty similar between the two also, so glad to get the Scream Factory one of that. This one was a deal. It was already down to 15, and then this made it 10. It is Doom Patrol, which I've watched a few episodes of this. It's been difficult for me to get into it. I feel like the show's just okay, and it might get better. Charmaine, I think, likes it to some degree, but glad to get this with the code $10 with that buy two get one. It still might be 15, which is what I originally paid for it. Those are Hamilton book. I think that's all the Best Buy ones I got, so I still have a few more. We're making good time here. We're not at a half hour yet. I got a Dollar Tree one. I went into a Dollar Tree. I heard they were restocking, and they did have a few different ones at the Dollar Tree near work. I got Mustang here. This is a Canadian release of Mustang. I heard good things about this movie. Glad to get it for only $1. Let's go ahead and do, can't remember if I showed that one, some Kinos. We got some Kinos. Kino, I believe the sale is still going on. They have like an end of year sale, and I got a bunch from them. So I got Sylvester Stallone in Oscar. This was, I can't remember, maybe $9 maybe, Oscar on Blu-ray. This is a John Landis movie. Free shipping if you spend $50 or more, so I make sure I have enough for I want to get it over the 50 mark. This is definitely one that I wanted. I bought the Criterion of this years ago for probably less than $15 with coupons and stuff. I think I sold it for about $60 when it went out of print. And now they have a 4K transfer with special features. For $13 I got last year at Marienbad, 4K restoration. Read great things about this disc. And then it even has a little booklet, which Kinos usually don't have. And then the disc. So this was sounds like one of Kino's better releases here. Last year at Marienbad, $13. I plunked down the dough. Try to get all the Alfred Hitchcocks, and Under Capricorn is one that I did not have. From 1949, 117 minutes. I believe this might have been like $8.50. Pretty good price. I got a couple Charles Bronson movies. These are around 9 or 10. Cold Sweat being one of them from 1970, 94 minutes. And The White Buffalo being another one. I heard kind of mixed things about both of these, but good enough that I wanted to snag them up. I do tend to get the Charles Bronson movies. I do like Charles Bronson. This is from 1977, 97 minutes. And then I read some good things about this one. This one was $11. It is Burt Lancaster in The Midnight Man. And I heard this is like a mystery one, but there's some weird stuff going on in it, and it sounded up my alley. So I snagged it. 1974, 117 minutes. Midnight Man. And then this is one that is not highly regarded. I remember reading the short story in school, and I don't know if we watched the whole movie. It was rated R, so I think we probably only watched like a part of it. It is The Scarlet Letter here on Blu-ray, and I decided to get it because, one, it was only $6.50, 2, I was interested in it, and 3, apparently the DVD is like full screen crap. I do have the DVD of it, but I'll get a decent copy of it for only $6.50. That's a bargain price. Gary Oldman, Demi Moore, Robert Duvall. I might have already showed this one off. This was one of my Black Friday deep discount purchases, Titans. I probably did. That was like 12 or 13. Some Goodwill stuff, and then we still got some Amazon, some Hamilton book. Let's go through the Goodwill ones real quick. I got The Maze Runner 4K with the code for $2.99. It's got the Blu-ray and the 4K. I already have this on Blu-ray, but for $3 for the 4K with the code, I will snaggy. We need some Patrick Stewart. It is North and South, starring Patrick Stewart. This is 4 episodes on 2 discs, 207 minutes. Grab this one. Me and Charmy like Patrick Stewart from Star Trek The Next Generation. I was disappointed with this one. I was excited when I saw it. It is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I'm interested in. And I looked at the discs. The first 2 discs are totally mint. And I was like, sweet, I'm just going to check the third. The third one has like scratches all over it. And it really might not work. But for $2, I want to at least be able to check out the show and see if I want to get the series. I would buy season 1 again and stuff like that if I need to. For only $2, the first 2 discs were mint. I'll be able to kind of sample the show and see. Oh, did I not show this one? Captain America Civil War. This is another one of the Best Buy ones. This was a $15 one. Buy 2, get 1, $10. Captain America Civil War 4K Blu-ray digital code combo pack. Limited edition. Even though they made billions of them. This one we're actually watching downstairs. I don't know why I grabbed that one. And then I just got my Hamilton book stuff to show off. So I got not a ton of stuff from Hamilton book, but I got some solid stuff. A few new things and a few price drops. I've been patiently waiting on a couple of these, including Kirk Douglas in The Chosen. This one dropped down to, I think, $12 or $13, and that was the right price point to go ahead and snag it up. This one is one that's compared to The Omen. You know, they made The Omen, and then they made some copycat ones, and this is considered one of the better copycat ones. Actually, I got a couple Amazon things here, too, I forgot to show. Another one I've been patiently waiting for, pretty new release. I believe this was just put out in February, in a movie that I have on DVD, but I think my DVD is like a used copy, scratched up. Glad to get the Scream Factory version of Willard here, starring Crispin Glover. This is, for this type of movie, I'm surprised by how many special features this has. This has a lot of special features, including a 73-minute documentary, and then a bunch of commentaries, a 2K scan. I've read good things about this Blu-ray, so for, I think this was 13 or 14, that was a beer me from Hamilton book. This is one that I haven't seen below, like, at least the high teens, low 20s, so I was glad to see it for only $8. Another one that Big Lots may be getting in, 12 Monkeys Season 2, 13 episodes. I do have Season 1 of this. Like I said, these Universal shows are pretty expensive, but now that Big Lots is getting them in, I wouldn't be surprised to see this series, this season, at like $5, $6 at a Big Lots, but you don't know for sure. So for $8, I went ahead and snagged it. Another one that I was waiting for to go down, and it did go down, I think, at least one other time, but it still wasn't cheap enough where I wanted to grab it. It is another Scream Factory, or no, this is just a Shout Factory, and it's an IFC one. This is not a Scream Factory, but it's Shout Factory, called Don't Go. The plot of this sounded interesting to me, and I think when I originally saw it, it was around 15, and then it dropped down to maybe 10 or something, and I still was like, it's a little bit much. I read pretty mixed things about it, and then it dropped down to like 7 or 8, and I'm like, it's time. It's time to beer myself. I think the cover of it looks cool too. It looks like an intriguing movie. Don't Go, from Shout Factory. This one might have been a new one, and for some reason it was only $3. Sounded similar to like a Disturbia type of thing, where he's like a kid on house arrest dealing with some stuff. This one is a Scream Factory, IFC Midnight, only $3. Dark Summer here on Blu-ray with the Slippy Dippy. Slippy-licious. Dark Summer. Again, read pretty mixed things, mostly not that great, but IFC Midnight puts out some interesting stuff. And then this one dropped down too, and the Blu-ray is also on there, but it's considerably more. For only $2, I will grab the DVD of The Devil's Doorway. 76 minutes from Scream Factory, another IFC Midnight one. Short movie. This is one of those movies where it's like the people trying to figure out if it's a real miracle or not. I've seen other movies like that too. They're trying to figure out if it's a miracle, and it's got some horror elements, and there's a nun that's suspicious, and there's some other stuff. It sounded pretty interesting. Again, pretty mixed reviews for this one, but for $2 for a Scream Factory, we'll snag it up. And then one of my favorite actresses, Eva Green, is in this Olive Films DVD release, also starring Matt Smith from Doctor Who fame. It's Woom. Woom on DVD. Glad to get this one for only $2. And I actually did not see this on there, but I saw somebody on Blu-ray.com posted that they got this. So when I see people post that they get things, I'll look them up, and usually I'll pass. But this one looked interesting for only $2. The price was right. From 2010, it's 111 minutes. Intriguing premise also. And that is all of the Hamilton book ones. Real briefly, we're going to end this off on something that was pretty cool here. I got a buddy on Instagram who sends me some deals, and I forget the Instagram name, but he sends me some deals, and I already knew that there's a Warner Brothers 2 for $30 on 4Ks, and I'm like, that's not really that great of a deal. However, for a brief period that day, and it was like, it must have been Friday last week, a brief period, they had that deal combined with these coupons on the items. So I ended up getting both of these movies for $16, I think 16 plus tax, for both of these 4Ks. First, we have 2001, A Space Odyssey. This had an $8 coupon, so this ended up being $15 minus over $8. It was like $7. Now, my copy is in pretty good condition. This corner did get a little bit of damage, but, when you get stuff in the mail, what can you expect? It's mostly in good shape, and this is a real nice box, a pretty sturdy box, actually, so it's kind of messed up that it got damaged like that, because it is a sturdy box, like similar to like what Arrow Video has and stuff like that. It's a really nice one, and it came with the code and the Blu-ray, 2-disc Blu-ray, and the 4K, so this was a really good one to get for $8. And then I combined that with, this must have been about $8 too, it was like 15 minus 6 something, so this one ended up being a little bit more, but combined they were about 16. I actually haven't opened this one, but we got a Slippy Batman, the Jack Nicholson Batman. It does have, again, some damage on the bottom there. I'm not too concerned about. There's a bunch of other ones too that you could have gotten. I wasn't sure. They don't advertise with digital anymore, so I wasn't sure if they had the codes, and I was going to go back and buy some, but the deal was already over, and I was like, they'll be cheap again at some point. It's just a waiting game. But this 2001 one is really nice, though. I don't know how cheap this one's going to get with the fancy packaging and everything. They'll probably release like a slimmed down one of that. So I don't know if you're going to be able to find a cheaper price on that one. But the Batman ones, these will be cheap eventually, I'm sure. So if you missed out, you'll have it. Don't worry about it if you missed out. The Blu-rays are good too. You know, they got the Blu-ray 4-pack. It's a beer me deal. I hope everybody has a nice, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever holidays you celebrate. Enjoy the time, enjoy the movies, enjoy the family, enjoy the food. You know, PMac will be around. PMac will be around. Hopefully this is a nice little gift to the PMacMovies fans. I did not expect to make a video today, but I made a video. And then now I'm gonna kind of I'll probably leave this up until the end of the year, and then, you know, take it off and be a little patient again, and then, you know, maybe re-upload it. It doesn't look like there's too much happening with the YouTube stuff, but I wanted to wait and see what happens at the beginning of this next year. We'll see what goes on with all this stuff. So we'll see. Thanks for watching. Check out the links below, and we will see you next time, whenever that is, on PMacMovies.